It's one of the biggest deals of the year out here. I didn't get to the rest of the shindig. Most of it was in Albuquerque. A lot of cutesy, fluffy stuff. People getting their pictures taken so they can put it up on their profile for this social networking group called FetLife. There was also something called FetLife 101. I thought it was all taking place out here near me. The only address or location I had reference to is not far from here. Turns out the rest of the shindig was in Albuquerque, and I didn't have any other reason to be in Albuquerque anyway. So I missed that stuff, but you know what? I could figure out the 101 stuff on my own. And I don't need any photographs from my profile right now. So I tried to get a hold of some people, and I finally figured out how to do it, and I got directions to go to this party. It's out here in the country. Beautiful home. Beautiful home. Indoor pool. Beautiful big kitchen. Really beautiful New Mexican art around. Nice group of people. Friendly, silly, happy people. No drugs or alcohol. Yes. And the woman who hosted it, I finally went over and sat at the huge dining table. Blonde, I think it was oak, beautiful table. Sat with her while she was eating, and of course she got interrupted 50 million times with the phone and this and that and the other. She came back and sat down. I had asked her if she'd like to know why I was there. And she said, well, if I get bored, I'll tell you. I asked her if she had about 10 minutes so I could tell her my story. She said, well, if I get bored, I'll tell you. Like I said, she got interrupted and stuff, and I just sat there and waited. She came back, she sat down, she said, okay, tell me. And I did. I told her about you. I told her about my declaration of courtship. I told her that we are outside each other's life experiences, and that little thing about a fish and a bird can fall in love, but where can they build a home? And I told her your identity. And I told her that's why I was there. I also made it real clear that I'm not doing this because I love you, and I do, but I'm doing this because I love me. And she never took her eyes off me. And when I got done telling her, and it took more than 10 minutes, and I was as concise as I could be, I told her about the diet. I told her about trying to network to find work. I told her the whole thing. And when I got done, she said, that's a beautiful story. She's not far from here, and she wants to stay in touch, and she's old school. She's about 20 years older than I am. Identifies as Dom. Runs a wonderful household. People were obviously comfortable and relaxed, including me. I first sat out on the porch, because that's the smoking area, and rolled a couple, and it was early. People were still showing up and stuff. So they hadn't even set up a table for the admission fee or nothing. So I sat out there and had a couple of smokes and joshed around with people, and then I came in and it was potluck, so I had to bring food into the kitchen. And there's an old guy there called Gypsy Cowboy, and he was pretty much running the kitchen. And we struck up a conversation, and I talked with a few of the younger people, but mostly I spoke with older folks. And Nancy is a good host. She made sure that she introduced me to people and tried to let me feel at home. And Gypsy was really great. feeding me cheesecake and little desserts. Like, I really need cheesecake. Um, he also had messaged me that he might have a lead on housing for me. So, like I said, they're younger people and they're into their own thing and that sort of stuff. But the people that I talked to, I was comfortable. I was happy. I got to tell jokes and be cute and charming. And it was a lot of fun. I even got to bring the dogs in for a little while. It was a lot of fun. So, you best get ready. It looks like I'm going to do this in 3 years. And I told my ex today, we Skyped for a little while, and I told her, I said, blah, 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 if I go to England. And I said, I need to back up on that. I need to stop saying if and qualifying it and trying to pretend to be falsely modest and all that stuff. I need for my brain to be wired that I can do this thing and not sabotage it and not do the addicted to self-hatred thing. And I need to stay busy and stay occupied and stay focused on the goal. And I need to start saying when I go to England instead of if. My ex is totally in favor of me going to Europe. She thinks it's a good idea. I know the UK isn't Europe, but it's over there someplace. She's totally in favor of it. She thinks it's a good idea. She brought up BBC Radio. So I'm getting cracking. I'm cleaning up my domain, getting it ready so that if professionals come and see it, it won't look like a three-ring circus. I like that my domain looks like a three-ring circus, but I needed to be welcoming for professionals now. I can keep the three-ring circus on the back pages. So start getting ready. I'll do this thing or die trying. That smile and that cell phone, I'll do this thing or die trying. Went all by myself. Nobody invited me. I just followed the directions and showed up. You have turned my head.